What's up, guys? That was a catastrophe. I don't know what just happened there. But yeah, we're back. We'll let a couple people join. I think it's probably going to send out a different notification. I don't know what the other one totally kicked me out. And I wouldn't let me go back into it. I don't really know what happened, but we are back. Hopefully this one works. Hoping it works. Give them a couple of minutes or a couple seconds here. There we go. Now it's working. Oh yeah, it's popping up now. Not sure what that was all about, but if you're just joining, welcome in. I'm sorry about what happened. I don't really know what to do. As it kicked me out. I was trying to use it through YouTube, and because the StreamYard was just being weird lately, but now it seems to be working. So, yeah, hopefully it works for you guys. Dirty Max RC, what's up, Dirty? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Dirty Max says, bash your basement. What is up? Sorry it's guys. I honestly haven't been doing much RC lately. Just been pretty darn busy, but shout out to you guys. I appreciate you coming back. Like I said, I don't know what happened there. I had it scheduled and then it changed and it wouldn't let me load back into it. I don't know what the whole deal was, but we're here now. So if you're just joining, appreciate you joining. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Shout out to the 4 in the chat. Appreciate all you guys. Let a couple people join again. I'll let you know. I really don't have much going on. It was actually, we just got a huge snowstorm here. We didn't get much snow. It was kind of like a blizzard. And now we're going back to 54 today, and Saturday's supposed to be almost 80 degrees. So yeah, it's getting it's gonna be crazy. But this light is really annoying, but hopefully everyone is doing well. We missed you last week. I had some stuff going on and couldn't make it live, but we are back. Dirty Max RC. Let's see. Your last video was of the Mini XRT. Yeah, I was pretty blown away with that thing. It turned out good, and I think 2S is perfect. And I think it'll be even better with these Magma tires. So definitely stay tuned for that. Dirty Max says first day of spring is Friday. From what I heard, yeah, can't wait, man. I truly can't wait. Like I said, Friday's supposed to be 70, and then I think, Saturday's supposed to be almost 80 degrees. Hopefully everyone else is getting good weather as well. Shout out to the 5 in chat. Appreciate you guys joining. Shout out to each and every one of you. Dirty Max says that Mini XRT is a beast. Yeah, I was pretty blown away with that thing. See if I can get this angled over there. There we go. I'm trying to avoid that light, but yeah, no, that definitely is a beast. That's for sure. Definitely want to get the Mini Kraken back out again for a proper run. We're gonna go ahead and change the servo out again because I did get the upgraded one. So, Daniel, what's up? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. I wasn't planning on using StreamYards tonight, but apparently my YouTube didn't want to work and it wouldn't let me go through the YouTube app because it just wasn't working. But now we went to StreamYard. So shout out to the 9 in chat. Appreciate all you guys joining. I'm trying to avoid the light up here because it was kind of reflecting. Jim, what's up, Jim? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. It just says spring has sprung. What's up, y'all? Yes, sir. Yeah, can't wait for spring. That is for sure. James, what's up, James? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. James says, what's up? Just bashing it. What's up, James? Dirty says, Saturday is 50s and Sunday is 60s for me. Perfect weather to put the sound system in my truck. Heck yeah. Daniel says, got an SCX 24 coming. Nice, Daniel. That's cool. Heck yeah. First crawler. Jim says, Dirty, Daniel, and James. Abe, what's up, Abe? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Abe says, I'm here. Dirty says, Jimbo. Jimbo says, Abe. Appreciate all you guys joining. Like I said, sorry we missed you last live. We had some stuff going on and just wasn't able to make it live, but we are here now. So, and I honestly, being honest with you, I haven't done much YouTube stuff lately. We just have been kind of getting snow, and I just haven't been in the mood. I just need a little bit of a break, but we're back. Should be a nice weekend, hopefully, to run some stuff. I got this for my GoPro to help with the wind noise. It was like $11 on Amazon, I believe. Comes a little cover. It's kind of cool. We also got our Injora servo for the Mini XRT, Mini Creighton. Go ahead and put that in. But what's everybody else been up to in the RC world? See, there was a pretty good St. Patrick's Day sale. Did anybody end up getting that? I didn't even know they did 25. Tower Hobbies did 25% off or something like that, which is kind of crazy. I missed out on that one, but that's all right. There we go. Shout out to the 10 in chat. If you're just joining, welcome in. Definitely appreciate you joining. Shout out to all you guys. Is anybody doing any wrenching tonight? Jim says, I went crawling today. Nice. Very nice. James says, JB, thumbs up. What's up, RC Crazy? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Dirty says, RC Crazy says, what's up? What's going on, bro? What's going on, Crazy? Dirty says 6S backflips are on sale for $37 a pair, so grabbed a few set of those. Very nice. OBRC as well. What's up, OB? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. OB says, just bashing. Been a while, man. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Appreciate all you guys. Like I said, we were just taking a little bit of a break. I haven't been down here that much, honestly. I put a few batteries in storage, but other than that, I haven't been down here, so it's been a little bit. Ready to get back into her. Like I said, it's going to be about 80 degrees here on Saturday, so it should be pretty good. I might need to relocate this light because it's kind of annoying. But yeah, I hope all you guys are doing well. Dirty says, one of those sets are going on my sledge. Very nice. Grizzly RC, what's up, Grizzly? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Grizzly says, hello, everyone. A week away. It was 70, sunny, no snow. Now we got 12 inches of snow and 32 degrees. It's supposed to be 60s and 70s coming up. And I hear you, Grizzly. We just got a snowstorm as well. And now we're back to 50 degrees today. So it was pretty nasty this weekend. Obi says, what's up, chat? Hope all are doing well. Jimbo says, crazy. Jimbo says, Grizzly and OB. RC Crazy says, what's going on, Jimbo? Shout out to the 14 in the chat. If you haven't hit that like button on your way in, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope everyone had a great St. Patty's Day. That went by pretty fast. Now we're on to spring, right? That is what we are waiting for. I know all of us in the RC world are waiting for that one. That's for sure. RC Crazy says, got me a Creighton 6S. Gonna run it Saturday. Heck yeah, I saw that, Crazy. That's awesome. Congrats on the purchase. Very awesome. You're gonna love that thing. Dirty says, I can't wait to get my mini Creighton. Oh, Dirty, did you get one? Heck yeah. I think they just, if you guys haven't seen that, they just had a limited edition body as well that you can get for this thing now, and some different Pro Line tires. So it should be pretty cool. I thought about getting the body, but I did not order that one. But if anybody in the chat did order that, let me know. Crazy, RC Crazy, I gotta get you. There we go. Everybody in the chat gets a wrench. If you're in here all the time, I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. But yeah, I think, what do you guys think? Should we install? Let's take a look at this. First, Injora servo. So we'll check her on out. It did come with a 25-tooth servo horn. And then there is the 11-kilogram floorless servo. Looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and install that tonight. Like I said, shout out to Horizon. They did send me the other stock one, so I do have a spare in case this one doesn't work. But we are going to upgrade it. Dirty says, I already have parts coming for it, and I don't even have it yet. Well, what parts did you get, Dirty Max? I haven't ordered any extra parts. What color did you get? Anybody else pick up the Mini Creighton recently? Or the Mini XRT? Oh, there we go. Sweet. Aluminum case servo. That thing looks like a beast, man. Shout out to the 15 in chat. If you're just joining, I appreciate you joining. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're new, I appreciate you coming and checking us out. That's for sure. anybody has any questions, let me know. Yeah, like I said, it's sorry we missed you last week. And then the YouTube thing kind of buzzed out, and now I had to go back to StreamYard, so here we are. Shout out to all you guys. Daniel RC World says mini XRT all the way. Yes, sir. I'm pretty pumped. I had a lot of fun with this thing on 2S. Not gonna lie. So it was a blast. Wild Bill RC says, "What's up?" Spashing in chat. What's up, Wild Bill? Appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing well. As well as Rughead RC. What's up, Rughead? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you are doing well. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. RC Crazy says, I got a chance to do a video on the mini crate this Saturday. Heck yeah. I'm way behind in everybody's videos. Like I said, I haven't been watching much videos. I've been missing quite a few lives and stuff. So that is my bad on that, but we'll get back into her here. Just been kind of hanging out, and not really doing much in the RC. The weather's been crappy. But now, as Rughead says, how's the weather? Just bashing it. We had a snowstorm this past weekend. It was like blizzard-like conditions, and it was not very nice. And now today we're back to 50 degrees, and all the snow is pretty much gone. So, but yeah, how's the weather for everyone else? Nick T, what's up, Nick T? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Wild Bill RC says, Jimbo. Wild Bill, how are you? Nick T says, hey. Rughead says, how's the weather? Everyone's talking to each other. Dirty Max says, backflips to brute body receiver. Nice. Very nice. Randy, what's up, Randy? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Randy says, party time. As well as OG's RC. What is up, OG? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. OG says, the Basher basement. Yes, sir, OG. Dirty says, I don't know what power system I'm going to do yet. Oh, you're not going to run the stock system. Well, I figured that, but Dirty Max says, OG, my guy, long time no see. Randy says, Jimbo, Wild Bill, OG, you're alive. Rughead says 104 today. No joke. Oh, man, that is crazy. 104. It's supposed to be 80, about 80 degrees here on Saturday, so I can't wait for that. Daniel RC World says, can't wait to take the SCX24 to Mojave Town. There's a mini crawler course there. Heck yeah. Congrats on the purchase, Daniel. Very nice. Nick T says, not swallow my upper ball joint, left to chat. Oh, no, Nick. Oh, no. I hope you get that fixed. Yeah, you just never know, man. Wild Bill says, mini crate worth it? For the price, I would probably get something like a 10 scale, to be honest with you. But is it worth it? Yeah, I'd say it's worth it if you kind of want this size. It's a blast. The first front pack I put through it, but we're gonna upgrade the servo and we're gonna bash it again. So I'm definitely gonna see if it holds up again. I'm gonna take the stock servo back out and run the Sinjora one. So. Big Izzy RC, what's up, Big Izzy? Appreciate you joining. Says, what's up, fellas? Obi says, I've been so back and forth on the mini crate. Want one so bad, but for the price point, there is the larger scales out there. That's comparable. Exactly. That's exactly kind of what I was getting at, Obi. That's a great point. For $339, you can get a 10 scale. You can get the Sentence 3. I think it's actually $340. You could get the Sentence for that price, or I don't know if the Big Rock or the Typhon are that price as well. But for that reason, I would say I would get the bigger one. But what do you guys think in the chat? Would you rather get the mini Creighton or the bigger scale stuff? Do I think it's worth it? Yes, but everyone's talking to each other. HR, what's up, HR? Appreciate you joining. HR says that people hope everyone is doing happy and well. You as well, HR. OB says, Big Izzy, how are you doing? RC Crazy says, do you want my honest opinion, Wild Bill? Yes, sir. Let's hear it, Crazy. Everyone's talking to each other. Dirty Max says, oh, no, Nick. Oh, no, Nick. I need to replace both upper ball joints on both sides and tie rods on my truck. Wild Bill. Yes. RC Crazy. Big Izzy says, OB, I'm good. I'm doing good. Bashing the heck out of the max. Heck yeah. Shout out to the 15 in chat. Appreciate you guys. OB says, nice, Big. Crazy says, no. It's fun, but too expensive for its size. That's a very, very good point, Crazy. I definitely agree. For the price point, for the size, yeah, I would agree with that 100%. Big Easy says, Jimbo, the Crawler King. Nick T says, I got my mini Creighton coming tomorrow, hopefully. Nice, Nick T. Congrats on the mini Creighton purchase. Dirty Max says, Nick, what do you have for vehicle? OG says, I'm going to put a 6S system in my associated TC3s, see how long the ball diffs last. Nice, OG. Associated TC3s. Huh, I don't even know if I know what that is. Very cool. Everyone's talking to each other. OB says, crazy. I was thinking the same thing. Nick T says, 3005 Explorer. I am way behind on the chat. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. You are killing it in the chat. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, sorry we missed you last Wednesday. We just we're kind of busy and wasn't able to go live. So, but I appreciate all you guys coming back. As always, for all the support and everything else. Nick T says, actually got the parts. J-Man RC, what's up, J-Man? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. 30 Max says, I have an 05 Sierra. I need to just rebuild the entire front end while I'm in there. Everyone's talking to each other. Nick T says, I'm looking for something to drive. Long gone are the days of a vehicle for $1,000. J-Man says, what's on the bench tonight? We got the mini Creighton. We're going to throw the Endura servo in it. And then we're going to throw the J Concept Magmas back on the Mini XRT. And, yeah, so other than that, we have the next video, I think, is going to be, I don't really know what it's going to be. I think it might be mini Creighton. I want to get this thing round 2, a proper run with this thing before I go ahead, and then I'll do the comparison video. Before I get my honest opinion on which one I think is better. This thing on 2S is just crazy. I was super blown away with this. Yeah, I really was for it being on 2S. It's pretty crazy. What did I miss? OG says it's an electric carpet car. I raced them years ago. They aren't built to handle 6S. Oh, okay, I got you. That makes sense. Electric carpet car. Nice. 30 says, Nick, LO, I found my truck of a friend for $1,000. Big Izzy says, Bastion, I just got a killer deal on a Traxxas Wide Max V2, practically new with the Spectrum 4 to 6S, ESC, Proline Badlands, Turn G Rapid, 9.54S, extra bash body. Heck yeah, nice. That's a good deal, Big Izzy. Very nice. You got a lot of stuff with that. Heck yeah. Congrats on that one. The Dad, what's up, the Dad? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. The Dad says, Basher Basement. Hope everyone is doing great. You as well, the Dad. Shout out to the 16 in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. OG says, J-Man. Big Izzy said, or Dirty Max says, Big Izzy, got a video on it yet? Dirty, you did well. Nice, just bash. It says, J-Man. OB says, Big, you're always finding those deals, man. Nice. Big Izzy says, Dirty Max, yes, sir. I'm going to upload the bash from today too. Heck yeah, make sure you guys check out Big Izzy's video on the Max. If anybody else has any recent videos, let me know in the chat. I'd love to make sure to check them out after this. J-Man says, I see MJX has a Mustang, looks decent, not sure on price, but looks cool on-road ride. Really? I haven't seen that one. I have not seen that. 30 Max RC says, yeah, that's what all it needs to. I just got the trans rebuilt too because it was starting acting funny. Nick T says, did Traxxas quietly re-release the Mini Max as brushless? Did they? I do not know the answer to that. I am not sure. OB says, I'll be looking for it. Big. Wild Bill says, Nick, is that true? I do not know. I haven't seen that one. Nick T says, Dirty, so many newer vehicle trainings are junk. Dirty Max says, Big Izzy, I'll have to watch. Check it out. Nick T says, wow, Bill, look at A-Main. I saw them on there. Let's take a check on that. Shout out to the 21 in the chat if you're just joining. Definitely appreciate you joining. Let's go. What'd you say? A-Main. Hobbies. Let's take a check. Because he says, right place, right time. Heck yeah. Dirty Max says the 4L60Es on those trucks are known for going up. So figure, go ahead, Ford. Actually, stop driving. All right, let's look up Mini Max. Let me check it out. What is everybody up to tonight? Hopefully everyone is able to run some RCs this weekend. I don't think so. Nick, it just says brushless on it, but I'm pretty sure it's just the BL2S system. As far as I am reading here, Extreme Brushless Power, BL2S, yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't re-release it unless I'm seeing something different. But yeah, anybody got any wrenching going on tonight? Anybody pick up anything new? Big Izzy says, hit that like button. Yes, sir, Big Izzy. I appreciate that. Lee, what's up, Lee? Good evening, guys. Good evening, Lee. Hopefully you're doing well. J-Man says, yeah, the Mustang is pretty sick. Watch a video on it. Looks not bad speed for stock. Think it's a 1/10. Very nice. Have to check that out. Dirty Max says, I'm not running anything this weekend. It's going to be working on the truck all weekend. Nice. Very nice. Shout out to all you guys. But yeah, like I said, we got some videos planned. We're going to go ahead and start installing this Enduro servo in this thing. Actually, I want to throw tires back on the Mini XRT because I do want to run them. I also want to make, that's what I was going to do. Is if you guys remember the Jado, this is the Jado now. So I'm pretty sure you guys remember that. But I definitely want to run this thing. I want to start working as soon as the weather clears up and it dries up a little bit. I will be working on my short course track, so definitely stay tuned for that. Rughead says, any of you guys been playing with AI video generation? I have not. I have not been doing the AI stuff. Nick T says, oh, okay, JustBashinit. That makes sense. I forgot about that the Traxxas 2S labeled electronics, what they're calling it. Yes. Yep. Dirty says, yeah, for the new Silverados, avoid especially because their lifters are known for dropping. Daniel says, love the Mini XRT, huh? It's nice. Don't get me wrong. I like the Mini XRT. I did see, if you guys haven't seen that, the Mini Slash now is a buy two for $399, which is kind of not a bad deal. It's $200 a piece. If you buy two Mini Slashes, you get them for $399, I believe is what I saw. I believe that is what I saw. Rinks, what's up, Rinks? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Rinks says, what's up, nerds? Jim says, haven't done it yet, but probably will try it. Lee says, some dude on Facebook had 3D printers, printed some brushless RC snowmobiles. Looks the way it jumps out of the, looks sick the way it jumps out. Yeah, definitely, Lee. Those RC snowmobiles are sweet, but I've heard if you don't run them in the right conditions, they'll just destroy themselves. You'll have to get other 3D printed parts. So everyone's talking to Rinks. Nick T says, close to enough parts to build another Pro Moto. Very nice. Those, if you haven't seen the aluminum beadlocks for the Pro Moto, they're actually still on sale. I do need to, like these ones here, aluminum ones. I do need to get those installed. I haven't glued it yet. I'm not looking forward to that, but I do need a front tire because they don't make this Geo Max as a front tire, so you actually have to buy the stock one. But these things look pretty sweet. Oh, yeah, that's not good. We're going already. Randy says, that's not bad at all. I kind of want a Mini Slash. Yeah, honestly, it's like $200 a piece then. I guess it's I'm pretty sure it's $399, obviously plus tax. But yeah, it's for two of them. Not a bad deal. I need to run that again as well. Speaking of, let's go grab that. Yeah, there it is. I actually haven't. Only time I've driven this thing was in the video of it. I do have the lights, and then I do have the VXL 3S in there as well. So I definitely need to run this thing as well. That is for sure. Like I said, we're behind on videos. Yeah, it looks good. I wish this truck did have TSM, though. I will say that. All right, guys, probably behind on the comments. Shout out to the 19 in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. Nick T says, might start assembling tonight. Heck yeah. Amp, what's up, Amp? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Amp says, hey, fellas, what's happening? What's up, Amp? Everyone's talking to Amp. Rinks is waving hello. J-Man says, Randy, sup, nice paint you did. Thumbs up like the bug body. Lee says $800 too. Exactly. Roadhead says, Randy, cool collab with Turtle. Yeah, I'm behind a bunch of people's videos, so I do apologize for that, but I will be catching up here soon. Nick T says, I got the rims, but haven't gotten tires for them yet. Nice. I picked up 2 sets of rear tires. This is the Geo Max. Yeah, my brother actually has a 450 dirt bike, and I'm kind of trying to make it. I might try and make it like his. It's orange, so if you know what orange is. Randy says, it was a great day, Rughead. Amp says, Randy, I will text you my low-C bug. Big Izzy says, what's up, Amp? 30 says, I have almost enough parts to build another Mojave or an Arma 4S. I might start to build the Mojave 4S. Heck yeah. That's a lot of parts. Amp says, hey, just bashing it. What's up, Amp? Nick says, honestly, how truly good is the Quake? I'm seriously thinking about getting one. The Quake is amazing. In the comments, if you guys have a Quake, let Nick know how great it is. I love mine. Thing is a beast. Absolute beast, man. I would highly recommend it. 30 says, Amp, what up, my dude? Randy says, love. Bugs, Amp. I'm thinking of making the Granite a bug too, like Turtle did. Heck yeah. Yep, Amp. Like Amp says there, Quake is epic. Amp has 2 or 3. I think you got 2, right, Amp? 30 says, I still haven't gotten the dang Quake. What are you waiting for? They haven't lowered the price on that one, but Obi says, where'd that? Quake is my favorite right now. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm pretty sure everyone loves the Quake if they got it. I know Daniel has one as well. Nick T says, do they have Supermoto tires for them? Yeah, I believe they do. I'm assuming you're talking about the dirt bike. Obi says it's a ton of fun. Rughead says, I just need a couple of end gears for my 5th Grom. Nice. Obi says, anybody done any upgrades on their Quake? Dirty Max says, Nick, go watch JustBashinit's video on it. I appreciate that, Dirty. Yeah, it's a beast, man. Make sure you check out Amp's video as well. Amp did a really good job on his. I have 2. Yep, there it is. Amp, yep. Rinks says, Rinks has a green one, I believe. He took his to the skate park. Check out Rinks's as well. Rinks says, the Quake bang for buck is hard to beat. I recommend it. Definitely. Daniel says, oh, yeah, I love the Quake. Things tank does flips for days. Daniel has a video on that one, on the Quake as well. Just go check out everyone's videos on the Quake. But, yeah. Nick T says, Dirty, I've watched them several times. Nice. Nick T says, thanks, Rinks. Daniel RC, sup? Rinks says, just put some thicker fluid in the shocks and send it. The Quake's good stock. I agree with that. I think for being stock, the Quake, you really don't need to do much to it except for what Rinks says is thicker fluid in the shocks. Dirty says, I'm normally not a 2-wheel drive type of person, but I think but that thing looks like a blast. 100%. Obi says, Daniel, what's up? Randy says, I think I'm going to get Quake wheels and a body for the Gorgons. There you go. Yeah, that would work. Heck yeah. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're all interchangeable, the bodies and whatnot. Obi says, the Quake is definitely worth the buy. Agree. It's a backflip machine and super tough. And the way it jumps through the air, it's almost like it's a 4-wheel drive truck, in my opinion. Amp says, my Quake tries to bring my Quake tries to bring me up Unabused charges. Oh, well. OP says, Rinks, what type of fluid did you put in the shocks for the Quake? Daniel says, also the Funko Sandcar is so much fun to bash. Yeah, the Sandcar looks cool, but I don't know. Sandcar is just a niche thing, I think. You definitely got to have the right area to run that, in my opinion. Definitely in my opinion. J-Man says, yeah, I watched a few videos on the Quake, and everybody I watched said it was really good and Arma tough. Yes, sir. So it's Thursday. Maybe Arma will release something tomorrow. I haven't seen anything, but it'd be cool if they did. Something new. I don't know. I always talk about that, what they're going to release next, but we'll see, I guess. We will see. Rink says 35 weight. Didn't fill them properly out of the box. Nice. 35 weight must be the sweet spot. Big as he says, Amp, everything you bash brings you up on the first degree. LOL. Yeah, Amp, you definitely bash your stuff, and that's awesome videos. Amp has awesome videos, as well as everybody else out there that makes videos. You guys all have awesome videos. So shout out to all you. Well, let's see here. I need to find a place for these wheels. I have a 2-wheel drive build that I totally forgot about that I need to work on too. Yeah, we're behind on stuff, man. I start getting more new stuff, and then I kind of get distracted and forget I have this and that. And we're gonna leave the stock servo in this first and see what it does. I need to run. Kind of got a mini tower going on here. We got the mini Slash, mini Creighton, mini XRT. So yeah. Time to bump her up a notch to some bigger scale stuff. I'm waiting on, if you guys haven't seen the FMS Funhaver, supposedly they're supposed to be coming out with a mini version for that, but I have yet to see that. They were supposed to release it, but I have not seen the release date. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but they were like the big Funhaver truck. They're supposed to be coming out with a mini one, so I don't know. I hope that comes out soon because I probably will pick that one up. Let's see here. What did I miss? There we go. Everyone's talking to each other. Randy says, yes, indeed, Daniel. The Funko is high on the wish list. Nick T says, let's start a ferocious rumor that Arma is releasing a rally, so Arma has to notice it. Arma, release a rally. That would be so cool, man. I've been saying that for how long? I know a lot of you guys have as well. We need a rally from Arma. Rink says the Quake felt like a 2S Notorious to me. That's a great point, Rinks. Daniel says, but hands down, best Traxxas is the max. Traxxas is the max. Randy says, mini Funhaver and Ridge Runner would be sick. Yeah, that Funhaver would be sweet. I definitely. They have it. They just haven't released it. I know they had a set release date, but I don't know where it's at. But J-Man says, nice. Yeah, never heard about the big Funhaver ride. It's pretty sick. Yeah, definitely. Speaking of, I will grab it a minute. Give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. Okay. There we go. Amp says, LOL, Funhaver is a weird name for an RC truck. Yeah, RTR, this one right here. They're making a mini of this, so you guys know I got to have the mini one. I do plan on driving this more. This thing is a beast. I love this truck. You guys didn't notice, I picked this up for $530 when it first came out, and now I believe it is $650, I think. I'm pretty sure it went up quite a bit. All right. OB says, can anybody recommend a good basher for 3 to 400 in 10 scale? Or is that not even an option anymore? Let me get what I think is what I would recommend. Now, this might be controversial, but the Big Rock. I would recommend the Big Rock. Let's see here. Yeah, for Obi's question, anybody else in the comments, if you guys have any recommendations for OB, I would recommend this guy. I have absolutely used and abused this thing. I love the Big Rock so much. It's been good. Only thing, what did I break on this? Nothing. I broke a body mount system. I took this body mount system. Now the motor ESC, that's controversial. But honestly, I would recommend them. Don't you have a Big Rock, OB? I could have swore you had one. Amp says Valkyrie, MT, or TR. Yeah, those are great trucks as well. OB says Funhaver. Yes, sir. That's what they call that's the Funhaver truck. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. But that one's the RTR version, but the other one is Funhaver. Truckhead says Funhaver probably sounds like something cool and I don't know. But it's an actual licensed truck, so Vaughn, whatever, Vaughn, whatever. I have these right here. Oop. I have the cars for it. See? Ford Bronco RTR is what they technically call it, but El Bandito is what RTR vehicles. I got these with the Funhaver, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Vaughn, there he is. 2 drivers. See? So pretty cool. Rughead or Amp says, Amp, I got my AK back up. I'm running a 52 teeth spur gear and a 45 tooth pinion. A 1.55 to 1 gearing ratio. Nice, Big Izzy. J-Man says MT10 OB cheap, and it's pretty durable ride. Heck yeah. That MT10 does look good. Amp says LOL Rug. Probably RC player. Nick T says they got a shirt for moms that says fun. LOL. OB says Amp got the Valkyrie and love it. Rughead says OB Mini Creighton. Dirty Max says the Big Rock is becoming my favorite 3S from Arma. Oh yeah. OB says the middle of replacing the ESC that Red Cat sent due to shut down on my out of the box rig. Amp says the Red Cat ones too, they're decent for the price. Yes, very true. Amp says I love 6S Big Rock. OB says love my Big Rock, but need to replace that ESC as well because of thermal shutdown. I feel like I'm cursed. Oh no, OB, you're having some ESC issues. See, on all the 3S cars I've had, I've never had an ESC issue on them. Knock on wood. So, Randy says, "How about the Kyosho Mad Van, OB?" That thing does look pretty cool. Amp says Mad Van is cool. OB says haven't run that one. Randy might have to Google it. I believe it's under 300 too. Daniel says good old Big Rock 3S and the 6S are beasts. Randy, nice. Ring says Mad Van is awesome, but the hard parts in the body don't hold up if you bash hard. Amp says nice, Izzy. Richard B, what's up, Richard B? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Richard B says JustBashinit just dropped by to say hi to you. I appreciate it, Richard. Hopefully you're doing well. And he says, check out Puma RCOB. They show exactly what the Mad Van will and will not do. Everyone's talking to each other. OB says, thanks, Randy. Because he says, OB, you have that already. Richard B says, Amp. Shout out to the 19 in chat. If you guys haven't hit that like button, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. as Richard B says, hit that like. I appreciate you guys. Thanks, Richard. You guys are awesome, man. I've said it so many times, but I cannot wait to build my short course track this spring / summer. So, but yeah, anybody else? Sounds like OB has an ESC to wrench on. Anybody else wrench on anything? I'm not sure why, but I have oil down in my basement. Fun fact. I have a slash I totally forgot about this thing. You guys remember this when I was rebuilding this thing? OB says big, what one? Nick T says, sorry guys, I gotta fly. Trying to figure out fixing the Explorer. Have a good night, everyone. You as well, Nick T. Definitely appreciate you joining. Have a great night. OB says, Creighton for us. Okay. Rink says, peace. I don't remember where that remote came from. Yeah, we do have this thing to figure out and fix. This just needs a motor and back body mounts, and then we should be golden. Big as he says, OB, you get an Outcast roller new on. You can get an Outcast roller new on eBay. Be says JustBashinit. Nice. Sorry, good. Already on it. Dirty says, finally got a new spur gear for my Big Rock 2. Very nice. HR says, just getting final touches on the X-Max build for a friend to get a Techno MT 410 back in a deal. Oh, yes, sir. Heck yeah, HR. Now, I'm going to definitely, speaking of HR, I'm going to get those Yes Sir fans installed. Only reason I haven't installed those yet because I'm waiting for summer. So when it gets warm, then we'll go ahead and install the Yes Sir fans. I really don't want to blow them out in the snow. So, but they're definitely going to be awesome. That's for sure. Rink says trying to get the last bit of speed out of the team associated RC10T and wrenching on the Camaro when the weather allows. Nice. Randy says, Amp, do you own a Team Corrali? Do you own a Team Corrali Mammoth? J-Man says, HR sup. Big as he says, XCR ESCs I have is in my SPK. It's awesome. Nice. Yes, I've seen a lot of people say stuff about those, but I have yet to try one. Oh, shoot, guys. Been live for 43 minutes already. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. I truly appreciate you. HR says, Dirty Max. HR says, J-Man, Randy, Amp, and Dirty. But yeah. Excuse me. I think I have a clipless body mount system for this truck. Not sure where. There it is. Oh, yeah, we're golden. Perfect. But yeah, we just need to find, I have this four-wheel drive system in here. I don't really know. What did I have? I had this in a Baja Ray. I might actually put this in something else. Richard B says, JustBashinit. We'll see and talk since it's in the middle of the night here, so I'll have to try to sleep on. Sounds good, Richard B. I appreciate you joining, and have a great night. Rink says, if you're going to build a short course track, pick up an RC10T and give the vintage stuff a try. So much fun. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I plan on building one. I just have to figure out the layout yet. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. It kind of, you really don't have to have anything exact. You can kind of make it how you want, and that's what I want to do. But yeah, I'm not really sure the layout yet, but I'll definitely look into that, Rinks. If I get the short course track, I'm definitely going to try some more race buggies and stuff like that. So 30 says, what two-wheel drive tracks is that? I know it's a Slash chassis. Yeah, it's a Slash. It's the two-wheel drive Slash. I built it from the ground up in parts. So yeah, it's just a basic 2-wheel drive Slash. Richard B says bye and hit that like button. Peace out, Richard B. Definitely appreciate you. Dirty says I thought about getting the XC ESC to try out in one of my rigs. I guess I can ask you guys, what do you guys think? I have a 4,000 kV censored system. What 4-wheel drive should I put this in? Let me know in the chat. Slash, what's up, Slash? Appreciate you joining. Says hi. I just joined. I appreciate you joining, Slash. Hopefully you're doing well. Slash says, are there any mods that you're going to put on it? I'm talking about the Slash. I have put a couple of things on it. I already have an aluminum bell crank. I have the shocks from the Slash modified, and I did put the newer updated transmission on it as well. So other than that, I have aluminum hubs in the rear, and then a few other little bits that I had laying around. But other than that, that's all the upgrades I've done. So it's and then the tires, obviously. But yeah, definitely appreciate you joining, Slash. Everyone's talking to Slash. Obi says, Slash, what's up? The dad says, Dirty, they're worth it for the build. Built-in Bluetooth, if nothing else. J-Man says, Slash, what's up? Randy says, techno time for Harold. I can't wait to see that bad boy. R1, what's up, R1? Appreciate you joining. Says, what? Yo, JustBashinit, what's up, buddy? Good evening. Nice seeing you. You as well, R1. I appreciate you joining, as well as everybody else in the chat. Like I said, sorry I missed you last Wednesday. We just got busy and weren't able to go live, so that I do apologize for that. But we are back. We do have videos planned, as I always say. I know last time I said that and didn't have any videos come out, but we're waiting for nicer weather, as I'm sure you guys can relate. Anybody else doing any wrenching in the chat? Let me know if you are. 30 Max RC says I might get one for my XRT8S since I already have a Hobbywing Max 5 800 kV in my X Max. Heck yeah. The XC stuff looks good. It really does. Okay, I need to unplug this guy here. I think I'm going to throw this system in something else. So this is mainly a 4-wheel drive system. Slash is okay. My Slash is heavily modded. I recommend and draw apart. See, I don't go to lipos though because they catch fires. Oh, that's a good point. But lipo safety is a big thing. That's a great thing to point out, Slash. As long as you keep them in storage mode and monitor your batteries. If I haven't, let me show you guys. Let me show you my battery setup. I haven't done that in a while, so let me bring you on over. As well as there's all my Slashes back there. Slash mods, everything like that you guys have seen. Turning around. If anybody is seriously interested in this Mojave, I'll plan on selling this one. I don't need 3. I have 3, the EXB, the red one, and the Super Baja Ray. These 2 are going to be in a video, the regular Baja Ray and the Super Baja Ray. So definitely stay tuned for that. Kind of got my short course trucks up there, and as you see, everything else. And then the bigger rack over here. Got the X tires back on the beast of an X Max. We got both X Maxes here. The $350 one. And then my first one, that's not an X Max. This is the Big Rock 6S. The mini rack. Here's the Quake. And then the Max Slash up there as well. And then we'll go on over here. This is how I store my batteries. You guys have seen this already. But there you go. We got them in there. We got a couple waters in there just to be safe. That's just how I do it. I got all my chargers up there. Hopefully you guys can see this. We got the 6 and 4 S's in there, 3 S's, 2 S's, and this is all in a snap-on toolbox. I like having my batteries in metal toolboxes. Just random stuff in this one. I have chargers in the bottom, some rags, Bunch of random junk in here as well. A bunch of parts in there. And yeah. Sorry if I am misleading. Or not misleading. Sorry if I'm missing the comments. My bad. Shout out to the 17 in chat. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's see here. R1 says JustBashinit traveling again for work this week. Heck yeah. Be safe traveling, R1. I appreciate you. Big as he says, dirty Max. I'm uploading the video now. R1 says, taking a break, Dirty Max, working too hard. He says, don't work too hard, R1. J-Man says, does 4,000, have less torque. I've seen a lot of 110 stuff with lower KV motors. Would 4,000 be better for an on-road? Or can you explain a bit on different KVs? So higher KV, I think I got this right, is more RPM, less speed. Lower KV is more speed, less RPM, if I do remember. Let me know in the chat if that is not true. Slash is OMG your wallet, expensive stuff there. Yeah, that's why we work, right? it's hobby is very expensive. Don't get me wrong, it is, but it's truly a lot of fun, and then that's what it's all about. It's having fun, right? Let's see here. The dad says R1. Randy says, well, how much do you want for the old 6S Mojave? I was thinking around 300 plus shipping. That is what I was thinking. Dirty Max says his wallet must be deep if he has a Snap-on toolbox. Hey, now, I got that through school. So, Randy says, howdy. Randy says, howdy, R1. Mike Bird, what's up, Mike Bird? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Randy says, on the road too. R1, 5 hours south of home. Very nice. Drive careful. Stay safe on the road, Randy. If anybody else is traveling, definitely stay safe out there. Everyone's talking to Mike Bird. Shout out to the 15 in the chat. Randy says, you have my attention. I'm thinking about selling it. I'm pretty sure we're going to sell it, but I do like the green. Don't get me wrong. I like the green, but Dirty says, oh, I'm just playing. I have Snap-on tools. Nah, I know. There we go. J-Man says, nice is a decent deal for a 6S Mojave. Yeah, I figured. I put a little bit of upgrades on it. As you guys know, I do have to ask my brother first if he wants to buy it for me, and then we're going to go from there. So, R1 says, Randy, I was 4 hours away today. Yeah, if anybody else is traveling out there, definitely stay safe. Everyone's talking to each other. Fly327, what's up, Fly? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. That's me. Hold on here a second. If you haven't hit that like button, we are at 14 likes. And we're at 16 in that chat. Let's hit that like button, guys. I appreciate you if you haven't, hit that like button. I need to Fly. There we go. There you go, Fly. Everyone in the chat gets a wrench. Shout out to all this. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. We're at 24. My bad. My thing just uploaded. Sorry about that, guys. I appreciate you. My bad. Everyone's talking to Fly. Randy says 300 plus shipping is a good deal. That's one. There's one near me for 450, but I want the green one. Randy, I'll let you know. Let me talk to my brother, and I will get back to you. Because I know he really liked driving it last time. So, yeah, I figured it was probably a good deal. Okay, we just stripped the ESC out of there. I think we're going to throw, this is a Max 10. This is a 140 amp, so we're going to put that in a four-wheel drive. Not bad. R1 says, JustBashinit picked my Mini XRT last weekend. Heck yeah. Yeah, the Mini XRT is a beast. 30 says, I just got a deal. Good deal on a set of Snap-on combination wrenches set for like $300 for both metric and SAE. Nice. Yeah, Snap-on stuff is pretty expensive. J-Man says 25 thumbs up. My bad, I forgot. Appreciate you, J-Man. No worries. Slash says, I just liked and subbed. I got you, bro. I have a channel too. Just a starter, though. Heck yeah, Slash. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you subscribing and liking. And, yeah, you know, when I first started this, I never thought I would be have such a support of everyone. But this hobby is amazing. And, yeah, definitely appreciate you. And I'll make sure to check out your stuff, Slash. I appreciate you, everyone taking the time out. Yeah, as R1 says, welcome, welcome in, Slash. Definitely. That's what we're all about. We're RC family, and no, everyone is welcome. No question is a stupid question. We all got to start somewhere, so definitely appreciate you joining, Slash. R1 or Dirty Max says, nice, R1. Have you ran it yet? Randy says, you have my email. Yes, Randy, I sure do. Darn ladybugs. Anybody else have ladybug problem? Man. Mike Bird says, hi, Slash. Dwayne, what's up, Dwayne? Appreciate you joining. Says, hey, I'm just crashing it. It's just crashing it time. LOL, Dwayne. Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. J-Man says, Dwayne, sup. Big as he says, Slash, I just subscribed. Yes, sir. I will make sure to do that right now as well. There we go. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys are subscribed to each other. If you're just starting out, or we got like Slash is just starting out. If you haven't, make sure you check them out, as well as everybody else. I know everyone in here knows that, but we all support each other, and that's what we do here. So that's what this hobby is all about, man. Everyone's talking to Dwayne. R1 says, Dirty Max, one serious ground bash, and the weather got bad here. Dwayne says, Randy Bird, Dirty, R1, Big Izzy, and all. Slash says, appreciate, bro. Yes, sir. Dirty says, no question is a stupid question. What color is your hoodie? It's actually red. The light is not showing it. LOL. Yeah, it's red. Looks orange, though, don't it? LOL. R1 says, Dirty Max, the M XRT is very smooth. The handle's great. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. R1, did you pick up these tires? I have yet to try them out, but yeah, the Mini XRT is a beast, man. Definitely a beast. Dwayne says, only stupid question is a question not asked. Yes, sir. Make sure if you guys get any questions at all, I would love to try and answer them, as well as anybody else in the chat is there to answer them as well. So let's see here. R1 says, I have one and love it, and it's far from stock at that point. Jim says, somebody drop a link for Slash. Where'd it go? James says, JustBashinit, can you compare your Valkyrie MT to the Big Rock? I sure can. Let me go grab it. Let me set this Slash down. Let me go grab that real fast. Give me 1 second. Ouch. Or did you mean, James, did you mean, can you compare your Valkyrie? Do you want to see that now, or do you want me to make a video on that? I can show you now if you want to see it. Slash says, so then are all the cars on your wall red? No. Those are orange. These are all orange. This is my race car over here. My late model. Oh, those are all, that one's red. That's a Slash. Nitro Slash. These are both, one's VXL. My fingers aren't working. But yeah, no, those are orange. LOL. Dirty says, oh, so your hoodie is pink then. LOL. Big as he says, Slash, no problem. Yes, sir. Damon says, yeah, it looks orange on my screen. Yeah, I need to switch. I want to get those hexagon lights. I don't know if you guys have seen those. I'd like to put those in my basement, and then I can get rid of these two. I know HR, shout out to HR, has some of those. But I think that'd be pretty sweet. Grizzly says, hello, everyone. Again, I just step out for a while. No worries, Grizzly. Appreciate you coming back. Slash says, I just got new tires for my Slash. I'm going to post a video over the weekend. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm very familiar with Slashes around here. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 of them. Well, 9 if you count the one I'm building. Dwayne says, Jimbo, just click on his name and chat. Yes, sir. You just got to click on him. R1 says 30 Max is going to rip it, then add those tires. Bashinit just showed up. Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, definitely give it a rip. Definitely give it a rip. I think the stock tires are pretty solid, but James is a side-by-side comparison. Okay. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. So this was for the Big Rock versus the MT. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. Let me hold on a minute. Let me get that out of the way. So this is the Red Cat MT or Valkyrie MT. And this is the Big Rock 2 to 3S. Very similar trucks. 4S, obviously, and this one is 3S. But overall height, I mean, they're crazy similar. That's a great point, James. I'm definitely going to do a comparison video on that. I appreciate that. I think I need to actually fix this while it's here. So appreciate that, Big Izzy. 30 Max says, I'm really bummed the backflips didn't fit on the Mini XRT, and pumped they were too small. And bummed they were too small. Definitely. They would be pretty sweet on there. I wish they would have made them a little bigger. Slash says, I'm about to do that. Thank you. Yes, sir, Slash. We appreciate you joining. Amp says, side-by-side cam. Jim says, thanks, guys. Just subscribe to Slash. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about here. Subscribing to each other. You guys are awesome, man. You guys know how it is. Dwayne says, a Valkyrie is half the price of the Big Rock. What is the price of it right now? I don't even know. Fly327 says, J-Man, Bird, 30 Max, R1, Randy, Dwayne, Big Izzy, James, and Doc. Slash says, okay. So camera doesn't like your hoodie then. It does not. R1 says, JustBashinit did not get the J Concept Mag for the sorry guys, I can't talk. J Concept Magnums for the Mini XRT yet. Yeah, definitely give them us the stock tires and see how they do. 30 says, R1, I'm going to get the Magnums for a Mini XRT, but I have the Mini Max tires on it currently. 30 says, not gonna lie, that MT body looks almost orange. Yeah, it does. It's definitely red. It's the LED lights that are messing with it, but let's see here. R1 says, yo, Amp, what up, brother? Dwayne says, oh, I hate ads that take over the live. I thought I turned those off. My bad. They should be on. They shouldn't be on. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that all out, but let's see here. 527 says, Jimbo, Wild Bill, and the dad. Randy says, meet you too, Dwayne. Twinsies. Let's see here. Dirty Max says, I have the Hyrax tires on my MT. Oh, yeah. I just took those off recently, but yeah, the Hyraxes are awesome. R1 says, Dirty Max, how do you like the M Max tires on it? Dwayne says, yeah, it was a Pizza Hut ad that took over the live. Hate that. Pizza Hut. Yeah, I don't really know what StreamYards. I was trying not to use it, but I was trying to go back to YouTube because I know that they have that. But I think maybe you can turn them off. J-Man says, yeah, they both sick rides. I still like the Arma platform and the way it is built. Very true. R1 says, Fire 327. What's up, guy? 30 Max says, R1 it runs pretty good, especially with a little more tire mass the stock ones, but of course have an aftermarket power system. Yeah, I would definitely agree with the Hyrax on the Valkyrie. I think it does backflips way better. Appreciate that, Slash. Let's see here. Dwayne says, "Oh, my bad. They're the same price. Big Rock and Valkyrie." Yeah, it's the Big Rock went down. I didn't realize they were the same price. But Randy says, "Fly in the house." Fly 327. J-Man says, "And all the parts from the 3S and 4S line are interchangeable." Exactly. R1 says, "Dirty Max, I will do the same. I will flop mine MX tires too, and then try it out. Thanks for the tip." Heck yeah. I've seen a lot of people putting those what is it? The Mini Max tires on the XRT as well. Dwayne says, "Big Rock 3S and Valkyrie 4S." Yes, sir. Yeah, Valkyrie is 4S, which is this thing's insane. It really is. If you guys didn't notice, I did put a Chevy logo on the front of this one. Randy says, "Mine was Domino's, Dwayne, and it worked. Hungry now." Slash says, "Do you know a YouTuber called Mike Howell?" I do not. Slash. Dwayne says, "Randy, I've been eating on a pizza for 3 days now." Dirty says, "I have a Hobby Wing Max 10, 2400 kV combo, waiting to go in once the stock system craps out of mine in the Valkyrie MT." You know, I think the stock system in the MT is pretty darn good, if I do have to say so myself. That's what I have to do on here. I have to stick the ESC back down. Yeah, they're Hobby Wing. These come with Hobby Wing ESCs. When I got the replacement one, it actually is Hobby Wing. It says Hobby Wing on it. The other one did not. R1 says, "JustBashinit, I did pick up the Proline Menace tires for the mini crate." Heck yeah. Yep, I remember you saying that, R1. Very nice. Dirty Max says, "Randy, I love Domino's." Dwayne says, "I'm still waiting for summertime to take my Valkyrie out of the box." Dirty says, "Randy, you make me hungry. I just ate some steak tips, marinated steak tips. That sounds good." R1 says, "JustBashinit is a J Concepts a direct fit on the Mini XRT." Oh, yeah. Direct fit. They actually say on the thing for the Mini XRT, so there it is. Love these tires. I love them. I love the bigger scale tires, so I'm assuming these are going to perform great as well. Big Izzy says, "Be right back. Food is ready." Sounds good, Big Izzy. Dirty says, "You know me. I like my censored systems, though." Randy says, "There's no such thing as too much pizza." I agree with you there, Randy. Pizza is good, man. Slash says, "Do you have a micro buggy?" I do not. I do not have any micro buggies. The only buggy that I have, well, I have the Typhon 6S and the 4S, and then this buggy that I got for free from my cousin. That's just a smaller, which actually that probably would be good on the short course track. But I do not own a micro buggy. I do not have any tips on that, so I do apologize for that. Dirty says, "LOL, can't beat Italian dressing marinated steak tips, though." R1 says, "JustBashinit looks great, bro. We'll get them for sure." Yes, sir. Yeah, they look really good. Dwayne says, "You know, the really bad part of having so many RCs still in the box is when you already have upgrades for them." Oh, man. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of RCs in the box, Dwayne. That is pretty impressive. Slash says, "All good, bro. Appreciate it, Slash." But yes, I do need to where is it at? Put some. I really wish these excuse me. These ESCs were screwed down, but they are just double stuck tape, which kind of sucks. J-Man says, "JustBashinit, you get both the Red Cat ones, the Truggy too?" No, I do not have the Truggy. I just have the MT, J-Man. Slash says, "Wait, your hoodie appears red now. Maybe out of the light a bit too far." Maybe out of the light a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's the light. it's all the light. Now if I go over here, maybe it doesn't, but yeah, it's the LED lights. When I record videos down here on my GoPro, it kind of bugs out too. But yeah, if you guys missed out, I did get a wind sock for my GoPro 13. It also came with a cover, which is pretty cool. So hopefully, I made one video with this sock on it, and it definitely appeared to help. For like $11, it's definitely worth it. It makes the GoPro look a little funny, but it definitely helps. Let's see here. Dirty says, "LOL, I can't leave any of mine in the box. I have to take them out like Christmas." Oh yeah. R1 says, "Dwayne, oh no, I have one still in the box too. Weather has been terrible." Randy says, "I have an HPI, a microbe / it's pretty neat. You can't go wrong with it. Or the Micro B. Yeah, the Micro B is awesome. I like the Micro B." Dirty says, "Still looks orange." / says, "I have action cameras too, so learning how to use it." What camera do you have, / I always use the 8, and then my wife picked up the 13 for me, so shout out to my wife. So I've been rocking this, trying to figure out the settings and stuff, but the 8 has been really good for me. And then if you guys don't know, I do have this is how I record. I put you don't see this, but I have the camera right here. It works really well. / says, "I got a cheap one from Amazon for like $40. Nice. Well, if it works, heck yeah." Dirty says, "I'm gonna take off, fellas. Have a good live." Appreciate you, Dirty Max. Have a great night. Definitely appreciate you. / says, "To attach my TQI transmitter." Oh yeah, I've seen those, / Randy says, "Did you get started on the Mini Z track yet?" No, sir, Randy. I have not. Like I said, I've been slacking lately on the RC stuff. I have my Mini Z just chilling right here. I do have a Mini. Don't get me wrong. I have a Mini, but someone told me to take the sticker off the motor. I'm assuming. Oh, it says it right on the thing. It says, "Please peel this label before running." I appreciate whoever that was in the comments. I forgot your name, but yeah, that was dumb, huh? R1 says, "JustBashinit, do you use GoPros only?" Yes, R1, I sure do. I haven't tried I think DJI makes one, and then something else. I don't remember what it was. But no, I usually just use GoPros. Like I said, the 13 is my latest one, and I've had no issues with them. But / I got one to take, so I can make my videos or drive / around the same time. Nice. Randy says, "I haven't even driven mine yet." Make sure you pull the sticker off the motor, Randy. No, I definitely would like to do a Mini Z track, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, some guy commented on it. I don't remember what his name was, but shout out to whoever that was. And shout out to the 14 of you guys still in the chat. We've been live for 1 hour and 13 minutes. We'll probably be live for a little bit longer yet. I'd like to get this ESC snuck down. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. Or if anybody plans on, I see, because there's vents on it. Any plans for RCs this weekend or what the weather's going to be like? Like I said, it's going to be about 80 degrees here on Saturday and 70 some on Friday. So hopefully you guys are having good weather too. It is time for spring. And more videos. There we go. Let's see here. Randy says, "Just the foam floor tiles from Costco and off to the races." Yeah, Randy, I think I have to make a trip to Costco. That's a very great point. Someone else said that too. But no, I definitely agree with that. A lot cheaper. That's for sure. Dwayne says, "Anybody want to buy a Losi Razor Ray new in the box?" Ooh, I love the Razor Ray, Dwayne. Let's see here. The Fred, what's up, the Fred? Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you're doing well. Shout out to the Fred. J-Man says we're starting to get the plus snow, and snow pretty much melted. Very nice, J-Man. Heck yeah. All right, Slash says, any ideas for video? I'm going to take my Slash out on my neighborhood field, action jumps, high speed on grass, slow-mo, whatever you want, I can probably do. You know, Slash, that's the awesome part about this hobby. Is you just you do whatever you want to do, man. I mean, people will watch. Everybody has their own unique way of making videos. Like some people might not like my videos, and you just do what you want to do, and people will watch. No one. That's the awesome thing about this. Everyone has their own unique way of making videos, and that's what it's all about. Just do your thing, and people will watch. That's my advice. You can definitely ask what people want to see, and just do your thing. You got to start somewhere. You know, like I said, when I started doing the YouTube thing, I didn't think people would watch, and I just kept doing it, and now I have all of you awesome people, all of you awesome people in the chats, almost every live and all of my videos, and yeah, the support is awesome. So, you know, people watch. So just definitely do your thing, man. Everyone does their own thing, and that's what it's all about. Dwayne says it's a blue one. I opened the red one and bashed the chastity out of it. Heck yeah, Dwayne. Randy says, Slash, just go outside and play, film it, and post it. 100%, Randy. That is exactly right. Appreciate that, Slash. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Dwayne says, Cadillac, a.k.a. Dufred. The Fred says, sup, Dwayne, J-Man, Slash, Randy, Rogue, Dirty, Big Izzy, Fly 327, Jimbo, Amp, James, and Mike Bird. Slash says, I will. Snow is barely melted. Might take it out during the weekend. BB2. Heck yeah. Very nice. That's a sweet looking Slash. Is that a custom painted body? Looks pretty good. Randy says, Fredlock. Yeah, shout out to all you guys, man. Live for an hour and 17 minutes. That's what it's all about. Not by us. LOL bought it that way. Oh, nice, Slash. That's still awesome, though. It looks pretty sweet. Let's see here. Randy says, yes, sir, R1. Randy, how are the Temu cards holding up? I actually sold one of them. One of mine. Let's see here. Dwayne says, blue front and rear diff and the front shocks in it. First 4 runs with the Razor had to upgrade the diff because of snow plow tires from all-wheel drive, reverse chevrons. Dang. I didn't know that the diffs were an issue in them, Dwayne. Slash says, I'm going to put a banner sticker on my windshield with my YouTube handle on it. Very nice, Slash. Heck yeah. R1 says, just bashing it. I need my KCRC ramp together. Nice. Yeah, those KCRC ramps look pretty good. I think they're a little spendy for what they are, but I like building my own ramps. So, but no, they definitely look good. Randy says, all 3 are alive and well. Heck yeah, Randy. That's pretty impressive if you really think about it. For $20 a car, and they're still going. Yeah, that's awesome. Very awesome, Randy. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to stick down this ESC real fast. Let's see here. The Fred says, dang, Dwayne, bash out, LOL. Dwayne says, well, when you put those tires on it, they have a lot of grip. It's not good for any stock diffs. LOL. Very true. Very true. It's a valid point. Ouch. There we go. That should stay now, hopefully. Perfect. That was easy enough. Let's see here. Randy says, my nephews have destroyed most of the body panels, but they haven't broken anything important. That's impressive. Randy says, I'll get them back out for another beatdown bash session. Heck yeah. Slash says, quick question for the Slash two-wheel drive. How do you know if your slipper clutch is bad, or how do you tune it? You'll know it's bad when you take off. It'll kind of squeal at you. How I tune mine, I tighten them all the way down, and then I loosen them a quarter turn. I think you can set them up to whatever you want, but I usually like on this guy on the Slash late model, I tighten it all the way down, and then I just loosen it a quarter turn is what I do. Or like Dwayne says, Slash, I deleted the slipper. You can delete it completely. So that is another option. Shout out to the 14 in chat. Appreciate you all. Pretty solid, easy fix there. Body back on this thing. There we go. Definitely need to get the red cat back out again. Slash says true, or just tighten it all the way. I think you definitely want to loosen it just a little bit, Slash. You'll definitely hear it. Dwayne says, now I broke the roll pin inside the trans every time I take it out on 3S. Oh, yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that one bit. Slash says, I have aluminum gearing. Sounds kind of like a loud race car transmission. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Aluminum spur and pinions. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Randy says, how do you like this Spec B Slash? Yours is looking good. You're talking about this one? The Spec B? I'm assuming you're talking about this one, Randy? Slash says, okay, I'll mess around with that clutch. Heck yeah. You'll get her figured out. Dwayne says, I should have kept the slipper. I don't doubt that, especially if you've broken that roll pin. You're talking about this one, Randy? Yeah, I love this thing. There's so much fun. This is my most used RC car out of all of my RCs. I don't know if you can see all the scratch and stuff on it, but this thing has so many laps on it on my dirt oval. Yeah, it's a blast, man. Slash says, I absolutely love it. I just modded it and added an Endura. Hold on a minute. My bad. Slash says, I absolutely love it. And I just modded it and added the Endura motors, pop wheelies now. Nice. Well, that too, LOL. Very nice. Randy says Slash and BB's micro. Oh, I got you. My bad, Randy. My bad. Dwayne says on 3S, the roll pin, it breaks the roll pin every time. 2S is fine, just slow. Yeah, I don't doubt that, Dwayne. That's nuts. Well, all right, guys. We've been live. We got a little bit, yeah. We'll go for an hour and a half. I'm going to go put this back on the shelf. Ooh. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's see here. R wants to slash. I turn it all the way in the back out a half turn like Sebastian said for the slipper clutch. Heck yeah. Randy says, no worries. Your Spec B looks great too, Sebastian. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think we'll actually, let's see here. Slash says, I have a chat GPT chat that over 100 messages of me talking to it. It's about either my slash or maybe. Nice. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call her there. I do have to head upstairs. So I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I said, sorry I missed you last time. We will be back. Shout out to the new people in the chat. I truly appreciate it. As well as everybody else that always comes and supports. I truly can't thank you guys enough. You guys rock. Hopefully, I will see you guys in the fun zone tomorrow. I plan on being back there. So just like I said, just been super busy with everything. But yeah, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Definitely stay safe. Hopefully, you guys get some warmer weather, get some RCs ran. And we will see you guys all in the next live or the next video. God bless and peace out. Thanks, guys.